What's up, guys? It's your boy Edo for the Hawksbeat.com. I know we typically don't do a lot of YouTube stuff in the off season, but I figured I'd go ahead and hit you with something today. But first things first, make sure you go and hit that little subscribe button in the corner of your screen. Subscribe to our YouTube because we're planning on shooting out a lot more YouTube stuff this upcoming season. This will be year season 6 for us covering the Hawks, man, and we're very excited. So here's what happened, guys. We did a podcast today. We put the podcast out, and as soon as the podcast was finished, we got some roster moves. And I didn't want to shoot another podcast, so I figured I'd just come on, do a little YouTube thing, and just be done with it. Throw it on the site and just, call it a day. So make sure you go ahead and listen to that podcast, though. Go to thehawksbeat.com. Let's see if I put it at the bottom of the screen, thehawksbeat.com. Go check out our podcast, man. We talked a lot about Summer League. We talked about some of the roster moves. We talked about playoffs. Is this a playoff team? We talked about playoffs and all that good stuff. So make sure you go ahead and swing by thehawksbeat.com and check that out. All right, so let's get into the meat and potatoes today. The Hawks make 2 roster moves after my podcast. But anyway, they make 2 roster moves. The first is they signed one Jabari Parker, 2 years, $13 million. I think the second year is a player option. Look, they're not paying him a whole lot of money here. He's going into his 6th season. He's still a relatively young guy. Unfortunately, in his 5 seasons, he's dealt with a lot of injuries. He's never played a full 82-game season. He had a good, I think it was a good second year in Milwaukee. Really played well. Look, if he can get on the court, he's a decent player. He's about 15-5 for his career. The problem is he just cannot stay healthy. He has battled injuries his entire career. Fun game to play for Hawks fans. Who will spend more time on the injury report next year? Jabari Parker or Chandler Parsons? Because the Hawks have both of those guys. But assuming he's healthy, he is automatically going to be your backup power forward. He's not going to come in here and start over John Collins, but looking at the bigs that the Hawks have on this roster, he is the best available guy to back up John Collins at the 4 position. Again, he's 15-5 for his season. I don't really like him at the 3 position. I don't really think he can stick a lot of wings out there. He's more of a big at this point of his career, but I don't love the move. I don't hate the move. I'm kind of indifferent about the move. So Jabari Parker, welcome to Atlanta, man.
With the 30th pick in the 2018 NBA Draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Omari Spellman from Villanova University.
I almost wanted to sing "Didn't We Almost Have It All?" Guys, that was literally like a year ago. Omari Spellman gets shipped off to Golden State for one Mr. Damian Jones. What do we know about Damian Jones? Well, first thing, there's 2 schools of thought here. I don't know if, well, obviously, Travis Schlenk had buyer's remorse on Omari Spellman. I don't know all the details of if it was a weight issue, the injury, if it was his motor, if he didn't like the fact that he shot a lot of 3. I don't know. All I know is that sometimes when you get something, you take it home and you try it on, you're like, nah, it's going back to the store. That's what Travis did with Omari Spellman. He didn't feel like he was part of this squad's future, and so he traded him away. So the question is this. What do we know about one Mr. Damian Jones? Not much, guys. He's 7 foot, 245 pounds. He's going into his 4th year. He's played very sparingly with the Golden State Warriors. There's not much out there on him. They don't owe him a ton of money. He's making, I think, $6 million over the next 2 years. Next year may be a team or a player option. I'm not quite clear on that, but he's a big body, 7 foot, 245. Again, not much tape out there on him. But here is what you need to know, Hawks fans. If you got into this part of the video, here's what you need to understand. Out of all the moves that the Hawks have made, with the drafts and the picks and this, that, and the other, here is the thing that is most relevant. After next season, the Hawks will have 6 guys under contract. 6, possibly 8 if you throw in the guy they just added. Maybe Jabari Parker may still have a year left. Here are, and have it on my paper, here are the 6 guys that the Hawks will have under contract after next season. DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, Bruno Fernando, Trae Young, Kevin Huerter, and Cam Reddish. Everybody else will be gone. I'm kidding. Of course, they're not going to all be gone, but think of this year as like a tryout. If the Hawks have guys that play really well and they think that they can mesh with this core and is going to be here long term, they may stick around. But if not, make sure you guys check us out on Facebook, on Instagram, and Twitter. Follow us, like and subscribe to the YouTube page. And like always, man, we'll see you when we see you. Peace and love.